What is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? And today's video will be a tier list, but we're not really going to be ranking players against each other. We're going to be deciding if a certain player is a Hall of Fame. Now, this is just my perspective view on this. This is my subjective opinion. So if you guys have any disagreements with what I said, which you probably will, voice them in the comment section below, and also let me know other tier lists you maybe want to see me do. So yeah, we are going to be ranking, are these players or these NBA players future Hall of Famers. We have 5 categories. We have first ballot, Hall of Fame, borderline, miss, and too early to tell. So we have a plethora of players here, and I guess we can get into this. This is a weird choice of players, but we can definitely start off with some I know right away. Like Vince Carter is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Very long career, and he will definitely be making it. Luol Deng, I don't think he will be a Hall of Famer. That is a miss. I guess this is also me projecting, but like Luka, he's a rookie. Too early to tell. I'm going to try to do this with like 5 years or above. Ben Simmons, I think, will be a Hall of Famer when he retires, but it's still way too early to tell. Andre Iguodala is interesting. I'm going to say he's a borderline. He might get in, he might not. I personally do think he's a Hall of Famer. What is he? A 3-time NBA champion, plethora of all defensive teams, I believe so. I hope so. He was a really good defender, all defensive team or not. He was still a great defender. That really doesn't mean much if you were a great defender every year. He was a really good defender, really good team player. Had a lot of good years in Philly. Had an okay year in Denver. But yeah, I think I wouldn't mind if he got in. I'm gonna say he's a borderline. Not saying he will, not saying he won't. LaMarcus Aldridge, Marcus Gasol, I think will both be Hall of Famers. I don't think they'll be first ballot. Marcus Gasol maybe because of the title, but I'm gonna have them on Hall of Fame as Aldridge didn't win one with the Spurs. Guys like Trae Young, way too early to tell. Dwight Howard is a Hall of Famer in my eyes. What he did in Orlando was historic for a center, and that can't go unnoticed. He is a Hall of Famer. Kevin Love is interesting because he was definitely on pace in Minnesota with his just incredible years in and out, year after year. And he did win a title in Cleveland, so that's why I'm going to put him in the Hall of Fame. Getting a ring helps. Draymond Green, I think if he retired today, he should be a Hall of Famer, one of the best defenders of all time, and a 3-time champion already. All-NBA. Actually, no. Maybe he was never All-NBA. Erase that. Or not erase that. Just disregard that. All-Stars. Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. I think Klay Thompson will be a Hall of Famer when he retires. Not a first ballot, but he will be. Same as Draymond. Just those, like in Iggy, those Warriors teams, you're going to be a Hall of Famer. Pau Gasol, definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer, what he did in LA. And he had a lot of good years in Memphis as well. He's definitely a Hall of Famer. Kristaps, too early to tell. Kyle Korver, I think, will miss the Hall of Fame. Was really just a situational guy, just a niche need, shooting. That's basically why you needed Kyle Korver. I don't know if Kyle Korver, well, he was on that Cleveland team right when they got the ring, I believe so. Don't quote me on that, I could be wrong, but I don't think that will put him in the Hall of Fame. I think Derrick Rose will miss, he's a borderline guy. There could be a section there that says borderline make, borderline miss. I think he's a borderline guy. I don't think Derrick Rose belongs in the Hall of Fame just after, what, 4 really good years. Yeah, never did anything really in the playoffs because unfortunately he got hurt. He would have been a Hall of Famer if he never got hurt, but that is one of the biggest what-ifs in NBA history is Derrick Rose if he never tore his ACL the first time or second time. But yeah, I don't think he'll make the Hall of Fame, and he's definitely a borderline guy. Al Horford is interesting. Never got a ring. I'm going to say he's a borderline guy at the moment. That would be an interesting debate. Come voting for the Hall of Fame. It's particularly easier to make the Hall of Fame than it is in like baseball or the NFL. NFL, it's not incredibly hard if you're like a really good player. Sorry if you heard my computer go off. Basketball, it's pretty easy. Baseball is the hardest to make it. They elect usually 1 or 2 guys every year. Basketball, it's just like the Basketball Hall of Fame. It's also not the NBA Hall of Fame. Rondo, I think we'll miss it, even though he is an NBA no, we'll put him in the borderline. If I'm going to put D-Rose in there, I got to put Rondo, and he's an NBA champion. Very good defender early in his career. One of the best passers of all time. That can't go unnoticed. I'm going to also put Kyle Lowry in a borderline. The Hall of Fame, like obviously the championship this year could maybe put him in the Hall of Fame in your eyes. Personally, though, I think he's a borderline guy because if he never won that title, he never would have been in conversation. But obviously, winning that championship helps. Now, yeah, so I'm going to put him there. Marcus Gasol, he was just arguably the best center in the league for a long time. Karl-Anthony Towns is still too early, but on this pace, he will be a Hall of Famer. Let's see, who else we got? Who do I want to talk about? Paul Millsap is an interesting guy, but I think, unfortunately, he will miss. Even though I think, you know what, if I'm going to put Rondo in, I'm going to put Paul Millsap in. If we can, like, I'll even show you, because I think Paul Millsap is one of the more underrated players of all time. We could just go over his stats. That's something I should probably do for these. Like, so Paul Millsap, his time in Utah was very good. He is played, what, 12 years, about or on his 13th. Yeah, he had a really good stretch here in Utah before he went to Atlanta. And then he went to Atlanta, had some really good years, and then obviously signed with Denver. He was an incredible defender. I don't know if the analytics will show up that he was a really good defender. But yeah, he always had a positive defensive box plus minus. His defensive rating was fairly solid. Maybe this is an outlier when he was 25, but it was mainly below 104. Like this season at age 30 was really good. So was this season at 29. I'm not a huge defensive rating guy. Yeah, he was always a really good win share player. Defensive win shares, yeah. He was really good. He had very good VORPs. From his age 6 season to his age 30 season. I think he's a borderline guy. If he gets in, he gets in. I don't think he will, though. Just maybe unless Denver wins the championship this year. Andre Drummond, I don't think, even if he's on this pace, he won't make it. Unfortunately, obviously, I don't know if he's going to win a ring. I don't know if he'll ever revolutionize his game to become a 20-point-per-game scorer. But yeah, I'm going to have him as missing it at the moment, but it is still really early to tell, but I guess I could put 2012 guys here. DeMarcus Cousins, I think he will miss it. I think his career is basically, I'm not going to say over, but his years of putting up Hall of Fame worthy contribution is kind of over. Even if the Lakers won it all this year, he didn't do anything for them. He was the best center in the league, I would say, from 2014-15 to 2017-18 until he got hurt. He was the best center in the league for literally a 4.5-year stretch. And unfortunately, injuries killed the dude. It sucks. What ifs, injuries, they stink. That's the same reason Derrick Rose is there. It's just Derrick Rose won the MVP. That's the only reason he's borderline over Cousins. But yeah, that hurts. Kyrie, I think, will definitely be a Hall of Famer when he retires. Already an NBA champion. And one of the greatest point guards we've seen. Victor Oladipo, I think when he retires, he'll definitely... I don't know. See, like, that's the thing. He was drafted in 2013. You know, I'm not going to put him in there yet. I want to see some other guys. I think Joakim Noah will miss it. I think all his good days are over. He was top 5 in MVP voting once. I believe he's won Defensive Player of the Year. But I don't think he'll make it. Blake Griffin, I think, will be a Hall of Famer when he retires. Even though he never won a ring. We can check out his numbers over time. It was really incredible from his rookie season. You don't average 22 points and 12 rebounds as a rookie and kind of maintain that consistency over so far his 8-year career to maybe miss the All-Star game. He's still only 29, so he's got another 6 years left, possibly even more. But yeah, he revolutionized his game this year. Wow, I can't speak. He shot a career high 36%. Well, I guess besides this year. But he shot a lot more attempts this year at 7 a game. Yeah, compared to 0.1 a game. Yeah, he was really good this year. His VORP was 4.4. That is a 3rd career high. Defensive box plus minus was positive for most of these years. So he was above average defender. Defensive win shares, offensive win shares were insane. He managed really good true shooting percentage, besides the last couple, or these 2 years, on a pretty high usage rate. I think he's definitely a Hall of Famer. Okay, so these ones are tough now. Wow, okay. I'm going to say too early still on Oladipo. I don't even know what the rest of his career is going to end up being. Same with Gobert. When was Gobert drafted? 2014 or 2013? Gobert... Was he might have been 2013. Yeah, he was 2013. Okay. I'm gonna still put him too early to tell with Rudy. But he might hit that Drummond boat. Paul George, I think, will be a Hall of Famer when he retires. I don't think if he retired today, he'd be a Hall of Famer unless the Clippers win it all this year. Nikola Jokic. I mean, if he maintains his pace, yeah, he'll be a Hall of Famer. But I mean, it is still too early to tell with him. Vucevic, I think, won't be a Hall of Famer. He peaked too late. Kemba Walker, I think he'll end up as a borderline guy. Same with John Wall. Really no rhyme or reason behind that. It's just, I feel like John Wall, on his current pace, won't win an NBA championship. Obviously, he could change teams in a couple years, or obviously Washington could have a nice rebuild, or he can get traded to Miami. Kemba Walker, don't think the Celtics will be competing unless Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown takes the next jump. Their front court is just too much of a liability. And I think he'll be a borderline guy. He'll definitely get to the Charlotte Hall of Fame. Jimmy Butler, also another borderline guy. I don't think he'll ever win a championship. in Miami, at least on their current team, unless they make a move for a Bradley Beal. I don't think Chris Paul would help him out that much. I don't think they should do that. I think DeMar DeRozan won't be a Hall of Famer, unfortunately. He has been on a lot of good teams. And, you know, maybe I'm underrating DeMar DeRozan here. He was really good. I mean, he's 29. He's had, what, 6 straight 20-point per game seasons. He will never, I mean, he won't be able to hit the 3. I don't think really that would put him out of the Hall of Fame. What was his VORP over these times? It's about better than average, I would say. I don't know. Hey, he's a, you know what, I'm going to put him in his, if I'm going to put Butler there, I'll put him in a borderline. And then Bradley Beal, I'll also put in borderline. We'll see. I hope he didn't like the Kemba Walker boat. So, yeah, that was my ranking. This was weird. Because for a lot of these guys, mainly half of the borderline guys, some of these misses, and obviously all the too early, are just like, you don't know. You don't know if they're going to win a title, maybe like Iguodala. Because Iguodala wasn't a Hall of Famer. He wasn't on track to be a Hall of Famer before he joined Golden State. And being the 4th best player on those teams helped him maintain a Hall of Fame pace, and now he might be a Hall of Famer, actually. So you don't know if DeRozan, John Wall, Millsap, some of these guys, Horford, will win a couple championships or win one title down the line. Maybe Al Horford wins a title this year with the Sixers. Then I would say, yeah, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. But it all depends. So this is just at this current moment. This isn't 5 years from now, because then, yeah, my mind will change. This is even what I would say a year from now. So, yeah, that is going to be my are these NBA players future Hall of Famers list. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know any other tier lists you would like to see in the comment section below. Thank you all for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.